What is in this building? I'll wait for you out here, Graham. All right, useless Cedric, have fun. This looks like pies? Delicious mouth-watering custard pies lining the countertop attract Graham's eyes and nose. This guy's just eating his own baking. The baker, a large, sturdy fellow, waits for customers behind a pie-covered counter. Nice. In the kitchen of the baker, or the bakehouse, I should say, Graham can see another big, burly man doing the day's baking. And a cat. Hello. The Baker brothers seem to have a pet, a large mangy cat. Mangy. That's too bad. All right, so we already looked at the pies. What are these? Are these important? The wonderful smells of the bakehouse set Graham's stomach to rumbling and his mouth to watering. Okay, that barrel doesn't give us anything different. Looking at the individual pies, looks like they're all the same here. Okay, let's try speaking with the baker, who's just mowing down on all of this food. Everything looks so delicious, it's hard to decide what to buy. Ha ha ha, everybody has that problem. But what a problem to have. But you better hurry up before I eat everything. Those custard pies look awfully good. Yes, they're made from a recipe handed down from our dear mama and her mama before her. It's still hard to decide though. Well, take your time. There's no hurry. And can we speak with the guy back there? Looks kind of far away. The baker's brother's too busy to chat with Graham. All right. Can we talk to the cat? The cat doesn't appear to like Graham, much less answer him. I wonder if we can pet him. The cat doesn't look too friendly. All right, this is the game's way of saying walk away. All right, we won't do anything else in here for now. Let's continue west. All right, this is a place that we can go into, but it's not the best plan, and I'll show you why. And we're going to save before we go in. So let's pick another spot, and you'll see as you go, you get more and more save places so that you don't just have to keep overwriting the same files, which is nice. Well, let's take a little trip into the North Inn. This song has been stuck in my head since I was a kid, and I never could remember where it was from. But it's from this game, anyways. The Country Inn's tavern looks a bit shabby and run down. At the bar, Graham notices two men. Huddled over the bar, Graham notices two rough-looking men deep in a serious conversation. Since they're talking in such low tones, Graham can't quite hear what they're saying. Okay, that's the same thing. Okay, can't look at anything else in here. Nope. Through an open doorway, Graham can see part of the inn's dining room. Now, I wonder if we're actually able to go over there, because that might be something we can try to... No, we got sucked into a conversation. Gentlemen, please excuse me. The inn's full, ain't got no more rooms. Hey boss, this guy looks like a real troublemaker. What do you want me to do with him? Rub him out. And we've been clubbed over the head, and here we are now inside of some kind of cellar area where we are unable to escape. Struggle as he might, Graham cannot escape his bonds. So that's too bad. This is one of the many ways that you can die in the game. So it says, don't worry, Graham. The innkeeper will soon put you out of your misery. Isn't that awful? Anyway, we can restore our game and we can grab another route that doesn't necessarily lead to our demise. So let's not go in there for the time being. Let's have a look at this pile, though. A large haystack dominates the area in front of the barn. Can we go into the barn? Can we look at the barn, I wonder? An old, uninteresting barn is located behind the Country Inn. I wonder if we can actually go in there. I don't think so. The door is securely locked with a heavy padlock and can never be opened. All right, well, at least the game doesn't waste any time telling us what we can and can't access. Watch out for the bear, Graham. Okay, well, this looks like we can pick it up, maybe. I think it's a stick. Okay, we don't want to get too close to that bear just yet. What's going on over here? A colony of large ants parade up and down a huge anthill built amid some scrubby bushes. What's this? A mangy old dog digs playfully at the huge anthill while the poor ants scurry frantically around. Can we call to the dog? The dog doesn't pay any attention to Graham. The ants are too busy to engage in conversation with Graham. Well, we did just pick up a stick, so maybe that would be useful to us. Because we all know that dogs enjoy sticks. So let's see if we can distract this guy. Here, boy. Yay. See you later. Oh? Allow me to introduce myself. I'm King Antony the Great. May I ask, who are you? Why, certainly. I'm King Graham of Daventry, and this is my friend Cedric. We're seeking a way to cross the Great Mountains to the ocean on the other side. That's a very perilous undertaking. I wish you would reconsider, but if you shall not, in return for rescuing our home from that flea-bitten cur, I wish to offer you our help if perchance you may ever need it. Thank you very much, King Antony. Cedric and I appreciate your kind offer. We look forward to meeting you again. All right. So part of this game is employing the help of random organisms from around the map, right? So we've just gotten some ant friends that are owing a debt to us in a way, I suppose. Now, that bear might also be something that we can mitigate, but let's save first. That's not what I wanted to do. So we'll save ant here. I didn't even pick a file. Do this again. I'll save ant. Perfect. Okay. So I wonder if bears would appreciate a fish, because we definitely do have one of those. Oh, almost accidentally ate it by clicking on ourselves. I like how close we get. There we go. See you later. Looks like a big grizzly. It also looks like we've made another friend. I'm Queen Beetrice, kind sir. I wish to thank you ever so much for saving our hive from the claws of that horrible bear. In return, I offer you a luscious honeycomb from our hive. Please feel free to retrieve one. I promise my bees won't harm you. It may come in handy on your travels. All right, thank you. See you later. Now, before we forget, let's grab that. So there is a key item for us. Now, if we head west right now, we're into the desert. And the desert is a place where we become very thirsty very quickly. And Cedric warns us here. He says there's nothing but a hot, dry desert further west. Most people avoid it if they're smart. If you insist on going there, I'll wait for you here. Of course. All right, so we're not going to go too far just yet, but wanted to mention it. And Cedric here apparently has no object permanence because, or short-term memory, because we just left, but we're back now. And he says, you made it. I was really worried about you. You were right, Cedric. That desert is a place to avoid, but I made it. I'm fine. I took one step into it and turned around immediately, and here we are. Anyway, so that's fine. We'll go over there shortly, but not just yet. So let's head up north here, because we haven't been north yet. And this is a fortune teller wagon. Let's take a look. Graham notices a grassy clearing at the edge of the woods. A gypsy wagon is encamped here at the edge of the woods. On the side of the wagon, the words fortune teller have been printed. Who's this? Within the gypsy encampment, Graham notices a dark, burly man who keeps a suspicious eye on him and Cedric. Wonder if he'd like to speak with us instead of murdering us. The sullen man doesn't look like the conversational sort. Okay, well, that's that for the moment. It will cost you 1 gold coin to see Madame Wushka. All right, well, all we have at the moment is a silver coin. So that's not going to do us very good at the moment. So let's try going east. Wow. This is one of my favorite songs in the game. A graceful weeping willow tree grows beside a small pond created from her tears. In her branch-like arms, she clutches a beautiful harp as a child would a cherished toy. Okay, so we can't look at her again. I tried to look at the harp. A lovely little pond surrounds the base of a beautiful weeping willow tree. Anything else notable here? I'm gonna guess no. Can I look at the harp specifically? Nope. All right, well, let's see if we can speak with her. Miss Willow? Yes? You can talk? He just spent time speaking with bees and ants, but apparently a talking tree is a little bit much for Graham. Why, of course I can. What did you expect? Well, I've never seen a talking tree before. What's wrong? Everything's wrong. Can't you tell? I'm not really a tree. I'm really a princess. Sigh. You see, my fiance and I were walking through these woods when a nasty old witch came along and was instantly charmed by my handsome prince. When he naturally refused her advances, she jealously banished him to a faraway land and turned me into a tree. Then she stole my heart. Stole your heart? Yes, she turned my heart to gold and took it away with her. The only way I can become human again is to have my heart put back in this hole here. Now all I have to cheer me up is my harp. It's quite magical, you know. It plays the sweetest music you've ever heard. Now please, leave me alone in my sorrow. Oh man, that's probably one of the saddest tales in this specific game. You know, imagine just going for a little walk and someone literally steals your organs and turns you into an immobile entity. What's wrong, Graham? That's salt water. Yuck. Alright, so not much we can do for her for the moment. So here is the dark forest, and we certainly don't want to go in there for the moment, I don't believe. Beyond the warning sign, the gnarled trees seem to close in, entangling and confusing all who dare enter here. So that's kind of a subtle hint that if you go in there, you can't get out unless you have specific items, and we certainly don't have what we need for the moment to go in there just yet. An old hollow log lies in a small clearing before the gloomy forest. Can we take the giant log? It's much bigger than us, but who knows? The old log doesn't look interesting enough to bother with. Okay, well, that's all right. Let's take a walk. Can we go east of here? Oh, and there is Crispin's house. Who's this guy? Oh, hello. Upon a fallen log sits a dashing young prince who looks very sad and confused. Hope he's not going to get us. Excuse me, young man. Sorry to bother you, but I couldn't help but notice you sitting there on that log. I was wondering if there was anything wrong. Why, yes, as a matter of fact, there is. I've been searching everywhere for my fiancée. She's a beautiful princess with long golden tresses, fetching blue eyes, and smooth, creamy skin. Have you seen her anywhere about? No, sorry, I haven't seen anyone like that. I've only seen a tree, which is clearly your fiancé. Oh my God, Graham, fess up, bud. That's what I figured. No one has seen her. I think that old witch who lives in the dark forest had something to do with her disappearance. I'll keep an eye out for her. If I see her, I'll let you know you're looking for her. I would appreciate that. Well, I guess I better get back to looking for her. I'm not ever going to find her just sitting around here. Thanks for your concern. Graham is such a knob. Why wouldn't he just tell him that he just met a tree who was a princess that was turned into a tree? Maybe we can go back and speak with her and relay that message along. Let's go north first to go see the tree, then we'll come back here. Lady, I just found your fiance. Do we say anything different now? What? I'm not allowed to speak with her now? Seriously? Nope. We're not allowed anymore. Apparently we're not allowed to just relay a message. Interesting. Okay. Let's speak with these folks. We'll look at them first. We'll eyeball them up. In front of his house, a young gnome happily plays with an exquisite marionette. An old grandfather gnome sits contentedly in his rocking chair. He watches his grandson at play. Okay, I clicked on the marionette. The entrance to the small house is through a crudely constructed door. Let's see what these guys have to say. Excuse me, sir. What are you doing here? Don't you know this is private property? Oh, I'm terribly sorry to bother you. I was just noticing your son's marionette. It's very interesting. Where did you get it? It's grandson, not son, and I made it for him. Why do you care? I just wanted to comment on its artistry. It's very well done. I don't suppose it could be bought? If it could, the price would be very steep. I reckon you couldn't afford it. Now leave me and my grandson be. And I guess we're not going to have any luck speaking with the grandson. Graham attempts to speak to the young gnome, but the boy seems to be very shy and doesn't answer. All right. Well, that's all fun and good. Now what's back this way? Okay, so that's where that guy was sitting. What's south of here? Okay, this is the bakery. So I guess we've pretty much gone everywhere that we can for the moment. The poisonous snake is not somewhere that we'd like to try to go because we'll die if we walk anywhere near him. And north of us is the dark forest. And west of us is pretty much just desert. So I think we should probably head out into the desert itself. So let's save our game before we do that. And I keep going to the wrong spot.